You want to be successful with Posh, you got to get Posh on the people. Sample, sample, samples. What's the most important thing in our business? Getting Posh on the people. But how, Jessica? Hey everybody, I'm Jessica Perrier, Platinum Premier Leader of my team of Poshpreneurs, and today I want to talk to you about effectively sampling. Sending somebody a Posh package, or a pink packet, if you will, is your opportunity to make a first impression. First impressions are important, people. So we want to make sure that you are effectively sampling. The easiest way for me to explain it to you is you're either going to spend more time or more money. I'm going to run through your options for the actual sampling real quick, and then we're going to start to put together some pink packets. Portal samples are my favorite way to sample. Now, portal samples are going to cost you more money and much less time. They're very professional looking, they're pre-packaged, they're ready to go, and there's enough in here for more than one use. And when I'm sampling out to my customers, I like them to be able to use it 2 to 3 times to really get a feel for the product and know whether or not they want to make a purchase. When I was an up-and-coming posher, there was no such thing as portal samples. We had no choice. You had to make your own samples. So guess what? You can still build your business regardless of whether or not portal samples are available. Back in the olden days when I had to make my own samples, which is still a very effective way to sample people, especially when you've got some extra time or even a little army of your own extra helpers, this is what you're going to use. These are Laycons. Or Lacones, if you're from the Northeast. These are 2 different sizes. These are the most frequently used size for me. The bigger one is a 1/9, and the smaller one is a 1/20. I like to use the 1/9s for body butters and body scrubs, and the 1/20s for face masks and hand creams. So we're gonna sample out our Do the Conga. And as you know, we only need a pea size amount. So I'm going to give them probably like 2 peas because again, I want them to be able to really use it a couple of times and get a feel for the scent and the feel of the lotion. After you've sampled your product, you can either purchase the pre-printed sample labels from the portal, you can print your own, or sometimes I'll even just pick up some of those blank 1-inch round circle stickers, pop that right on there and write on what you've sampled. Option number 2 are heat seal packets. You can buy these on Amazon, AliExpress, there's a lot of different places you can get them, and you can get many different sizes. So these are gonna come like this. They're already pre-sealed with the little notches here at the end, and then the other end is open. So you're gonna load up your product right into there, and then I purchased this mini flat iron because it seems to be the easiest way to seal these bad boys. So once your product is in there, you heat this guy up and then you're just going to seal it right there. It just takes 2 seconds and then it's sealed. And then you can throw your sticker right on the outside. Mini spatulas are a must-have. I absolutely love using these when I'm sampling out my full-size products. It allows me to keep it sanitary. I also love these for home parties or even vendor shows. Again, keeping everything sanitary so you're only putting the spoon into the product. I purchased these from Container Family Laycons on Facebook, but you could scoop them up at your local ice cream shop too. Did you know our Snarky bars cut like butter? It's true, they cut like butter. I actually used one of my heat seal packets. I had picked up heat seal packets that were clear on one side and silver on the other. So I went ahead and sliced up my Hey Bae Snarky bar, popped a little piece in here, and then I just used a blank Posh label to write what it is. Our chunk bars are the same way. Some of them you might have to pop into the microwave to warm up just for 5 or 10 seconds on each side, and then it'll cut right through very smooth. Jessica, I don't have a microwave. That's okay guys, I don't have a microwave either, but guess what? That gives you a real good excuse to go posh your best friend that has a microwave. If you are a super sampler, I know there are some real professional poshers out there that sample everything. They even have little mini squirt bottles to sample the beach hair don't care. But if you're just getting your business started, stick to the basics. Get some Laycons, get some heat seal packets, or stock the portal to get some pre-mades, but be prepared. Have samples on hand, ready to go, so that you can assemble these pink packets at the drop of a hat. Okay, so are we clear on all of the ways we can make some samples? Now again, when you're sampling out your potential customers, this is your chance to make a first impression. You wanna make sure your samples are very well put together. You can have very well put together homemade samples, just so we're clear, but you wanna put them together and make them pretty. Okay, so our samples are prepped and ready to go, and we received a sample request. Yay! Now let's put together a pink packet. If you've seen any of my videos before, you know I'm a fan of personalizing your brand. Use your moneymaker right here. So make sure you get a picture of yourself and make it into a moneymaker card. This is actually doubling as my thank you card, which is the next element of a pink packet. I never send a sample package without a thank you card. We absolutely need to handwrite a thank you card. Guys, a handwritten thank you card makes all of the difference. Again, you're making a first impression and you want your sample receiver to feel special, right? So you need to take out 2 to 3 minutes and write out a card to them. I pre-write out my cards so that they're ready to go. I just slap their name on top and boom, I'm done. Now, if you're overwhelmed thinking about how to even go about ordering these guys, all you need to do is take a fun picture of yourself and you can send it off to Walmart or Walgreens for same-day prints. You could even use an actual photo, like what, 20-cent same-day photos, as your card. I mean, long-term wise, this is a postcard I ordered from Vistaprint. So you could order postcards, but you can literally have prints made same day so that you can be personalizing your brand right out of the gates. Like this. I had these done same day as soon as the new catalog was launched. I wanted to get my packets out right away and I wanted to have a different card than my regular one that I use all of the time. Ta-da! It's just a picture, but it's cute. Okay, so my business is entirely online, so I do a lot of mailing samples. So here are my 2 recommendations for your mailers. Since my sampling budget has grown, I've switched over to these My Girlfriend's House. It's mygirlfriendshouse.com clear mailers. You can get some with fun prints or you can stick with just the clear ones. I love these because it's really fun and exciting. When my person receives their package, immediately they want to tear into it because they see that it's posh. Now, if you're just getting started in your business or you want to keep your sampling budget down a little bit, these are a more value option. It's just a poly mailer that I picked up on Amazon. Okay, now here are all the elements of my completed pink packet. I've got my mailer with a catalog. I always include a catalog with samples because guys, you're shipping first class mail. It's going to be the same price for anything up to 8 ounces. 8 ounces, this is my pink packet. Remember, you're making a first impression. So if you've got some time, feel free to flip through that catalog and make a couple of personalized notes on the products that you sent to her. It's all about making them feel special. Into that mailer, I'm going to add my samples. I always send 6 samples so that I can reinforce buy 5, get the 6 free. And hi, who's gonna try 6 samples from Posh and not wanna buy at least 1 or 6 things? Personalizing my brand, here's my moneymaker. And on the back is my handwritten thank you note. Always include a business card. And I always include some kind of recruiting, whether it's the join brochure or the join card. I want to plant the seed that, hi, you could be part of the brand that I love too. I want to plant that seed and I do so by including some kind of pamphlet that they can look at their leisure. I forgot to print one for my video, but I also include my printed Why Posh story. That is a very important part of any package, and it's a really important part for potential recruits as well. You want to share your story. You want to get them turning their gears thinking about how their story could be with Posh too. Okay, we've covered a lot about sampling today. How to sample, how to put sample packets together, and lastly, we've got to follow up. Because remember, the fortune is in the follow-up, and it is literally a waste of your time to send any of these samples out if you are not committed to following up. And that said, you've got to follow up more than once too. I could go off on a whole tangent about follow-ups, but I'm gonna wrap it up here. Remember guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. You're putting all of this time and energy into finding people to sample, into making the samples, into packaging the samples, and then you're paying to mail the samples. Do yourself a favor and follow up. It's not a bother, it's customer service. It's our JOB. I think that's it. All the samples. Did I forget anything? Where is that one? No, this week. What's today? Friday.